One, one, two, three, four. Hey!
Yeah, I was on tour today actually. I use Tor browser, and once again I use it just so that the state knows that I'm doing something that they can't see, because I like doing that. And it's not like they target me in particular. As people say, I was targeted for a while, there's no doubt about that, when I was on the front page of the Telegraph and on Granada Television and done an interview until I can get into 90% of UK's computers. That was many, many years ago. But yeah, I was definitely being tracked then. But now, I don't think I'm important. Every now and then, me and my friend used to send keywords to each other, and they were probably looking at us then. But there's a hell of a lot of people to be watching all the time. So when, I see people online going, oh, Facebook's blocking my posts, or they're cancelling my posts, and you're an idiot, and they know you're an idiot. You're always claiming that they're after you. And if anything, then even if they do it to people like you just once ever, knowing that it's going to affect you for the rest of your life. They don't watch you. They have no interest in you as an individual unit. And I know people may say to me, no, you never know, be careful. But it's like, how many people do you know who are 30 years old, live with their mum, believe they're a 4chan member, believe they're like a DJ producer dude, have been assassinated by the state? None ever. It's always a high profile person or someone who's upcoming, but there's some political lean there. It's just not Terry in his bedroom or Paula in her bedroom who keep talking about the flat earth that they come after. Sorry, I missed. Yeah, it's good to go incognito. It's just nice to do it. You just feel good sometimes. Like, I don't care what people see, what I see on the net. I'm a little embarrassed sometimes, maybe, because I think to myself, okay, I don't want to share every single thing about myself on the net. And it's not about having a rash that I don't want no one to know about, or, like the porn I've looked at. I said it in the past, I look at. There's not much, mind you. All made by females, by the way. I discussed this on Facebook before. But it's just, sometimes you just don't want to know. And then you do that little search, something, you're just inquisitive. I didn't know what fucking speculum was for the longest time. And I'm like, what's that all about? Yeah! You know what I mean? And now I'm down on Google as searching for like speculum. Not speculum for any other reason because I'm a doctor, but related to, like porn. And it's just nice to go incognito, so they don't know what you're searching for, where you're searching, and who you're communicating with. If you've got a good friend who's using apps like Signal and so on. As Chris says, don't trust incognito. It depends. I mean, that's my profession. You're talking about incognito mode just on... No, incognito mode is pathetic. Incognito mode is a boyfriend-girlfriend thing, husband-wife thing. Incognito mode is purely so that your partner can't go on and see what you've been looking at. But it just sends all of the data, all the same, to whoever owns the browser or Google, whoever you're using it. Incognito mode just to hide it from the other person using the actual app. But yeah, it broadcasts everything, Chris. Yeah, Tor's brilliant, but it's too slow for most people. As Brenda says, I hate it when you get random phone calls asking for someone by a particular name. She asks who it is, and then they say, before we go any further, can you confirm your full name, date of birth, and so on? And yeah, I do. I play around with them. I recorded one or two of them. I plan to broadcast them in the future when they phone up and go, it starts with like, have you been in a car accident? And it's a computer, and then you go, yes, and then boom, someone picks a phone up, some agent quickly looking for commission. Oh, hi, so you've been in a car accident? I'm like, yes. And they go, what, in the last 5 years? I'm like, yes. And they're like, would you be interested? And I'm like, yes. For every question they ask me, I keep saying this bigger, emphatic, yes. And then they go, can I have your name? I'm like, no. And then I hang up on them. And sometimes I think to myself it's causing some damage, especially to some young agent, because sometimes I cuss at them. I'm just like, hello, fuck off, and I think, oh God, they may have spoiled that person's day. But at the same time, I think they're a bit ruthless anyway. They know what they're doing. They're hoping to get an old person online typically. They can sway into buying some nonsense from them. And as Tony says, yeah, of course, you don't need to advertise yourself. So it's just about that. It's just the freedom to be sitting. And I've been on the internet for so long now, you know, like since 1995, which is a long time before a hell of a lot of people. And, you know, just to say, not a boast, but just to say, you know, I want to talk about how innocent it was then. And we'd use it freely, and we could only really talk to other universities and stuff at the time. Then I got a browser at home by about 1996, or connection from home, and it wasn't a browser still, it was some other software. Then the browser came, and I always just thought, oh, this is brilliant, we can change the world. And then I didn't even know when Google started capturing my data. But then I think back and think, Jesus Christ, they were doing that years before I even thought they were, trying to build this picture. They're an insidious company, they're a nasty company, but they've become a part of our lives. Back onto the speculums. I never ever knew what one was, I'm telling you, till I'm 55. I didn't know what one was until I was about 52. I'm glad. I like life that way. I like to be a bit naive about those things. You know, find them later in life. Can't do it all too early. I did talk about sex in the previous show a couple of weeks ago, so have a look at that on YouTube. And it's quite personal too. I think Rosita Cosita asked me some personal questions online. Yeah, so yes, exactly, for bosses as well, Shana. So, going back to the social media stuff that I was talking about, anyone want to raise any points about that? Or is it mostly about the security and so on? Because I will be doing this show. Sorry, I missed that comment, Maria. As I did say, I've said in previous shows, and I'll say again, sorry, because people are going to miss it. When I'm focused on saying what I have to say, because I have to memorise a hell of a lot of stuff, I have to get into the flow. And I miss what's scrolling up and forget to go back. So if you're still there, Maria, Cedric, you're taking time to educate naturally, organically, relationally. Humans need connection on all levels, even when they say they don't. Watch them reach out. We do. Fact. Yep, I agree with that. You know, I'm the same. I'm a loner in the sense of choice and design. I probably just don't fit in. It took me some time to work that out. I think I like everyone. Everyone likes me. I get on with everyone. It's really great. And then I think, oh, I'm alone. You know, like, and I thought, no, I'll have my own company. I just don't know. And I've tried to look deeper and deeper and wonder if it was, whether it's trust issues, whether it was this. And I thought, I'm just that way. It's just that way. You know, ever since I was a kid, I'd wander off on my own and try and do stuff. You know, part negative as well. I just don't like having people with me. It's like, who can't climb the wall I want to climb. Come on, let's climb this wall. No, it's like, I'll go on my own. I want to climb trees today, and I want to nick something from the shop, and I want to do some other stuff. You know, you're just not cut out for this. But every now and then I meet a gem of a person on my journey. So it's exactly the same. A lone man, a lone woman, or boy or girl, whatever age this happens at. Even at this age, and you make eye contact, you know what you're about, and then you set off on this journey together. So rather than me confining myself to a life of misery with a partner, and I'm not having to go at everyone else. If you've got good lives, you've got good lives, and you're working them out, and it takes a lifetime. I'm just poking fun because I'm a loner. But I'm good in my own company. I built this all on my own, and I work on my own, and I present in the show on my own. But when I'm not doing it, then I need the company, and it's nice to just turn around and have someone there, maybe. But it's not that way. But I do have the benefit of when I don't want anyone around, I haven't got anyone around.
There's a man who contradicts. Wait, he's the type of guy who tell you there's no first place, but he's part of a race. Eyes lie, but take a look inside. They mirror the sights you'll see.